Hey Stamp friends, welcome to the Joy Stamp with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon, and this is part 4 of my Christmas in July with the Jolly Holly bundle. Let me show you the past cards I've made already. You can look at my YouTube to see all of these ones and get some tips and tricks on how to make them. This is our final last card. This is what I consider the most difficult or most technical card that we have that we'll be making today with our Joy and this amazing embossing folder. Let me show you how this works. So this is part of a hybrid bundle. So that means that there's an embossing folder that comes with it and a die that will die cut the items from the embossing folder. So what happens, we'll put our paper, would put into here, and then we would line this up over our, facing it this way. So cut side up, there we go. It's like that wasn't looking right. Let me turn it so I can see exactly where I'm doing. Hold on, let me grab my paper so I know what this looks like. Okay, there we go. So that should be the line up there. So what we would do is we would take our paper and we would line it up so that way it can emboss it and cut it at the same time. Then we'd put our paper on it, and then we'd fold it up and run it through our Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, and out comes this amazing piece that has these parts that are partly cut, not all the way. So the hollies are still attached at certain spots, but they have the capability of being popped up, or you could cut them out and have them a single holly from that as well. All right, this card requires no stamping. I know, it's crazy. So we will not have that as our first step, but we will show you how we get our words using the die that says joy. So I die cut out 2 joys though. What's better than 1 joy? 2 joys. And what we're going to do is just put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of our basic white joy. And you can either do dots or lines and smooth that around. There we go. I use the tip of this multi-purpose liquid glue to kind of push the glue as well after I get some flowing out. So I'm not squeezing it the whole time. And we're just going to attach that so that it's going over our joy to create like a joy shadow. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. And we're going to grab our piece of Designer Series paper, which I've die cut out, and we're going to grab our paper snips. This is not long enough to go behind our crumb cake. So what I did was I used our mat and I die cut out the smaller of the 2 of our dies that come with the bundle, the small rectangle from the center, because it's going to be covered up anyway, but that's not enough space to see a lot of that banner. So I will go ahead and cut the banner in half, and we will glue it to the back of our crumb cake rectangle. I'm putting just a little liquid glue on the back. I want to be able to see what I'm doing, so I flip it over and I line up my DSP where I want it to be while looking at it and just having it, knowing that it's touching that glue that I've put back there. Oh, and since it's liquid glue, it does move, so I want to make sure I press and hold. Look at this one, make sure we lining it up to where it needs to be. Looks pretty even. If you were a perfectionist, you would use a grid sheet and help make sure you line them up right. This one looks like it needs to go a little bit more up, so I can't scoot it just a tad. There we go. Okay, we're gonna add our joy now to our piece of crumb cake. Again, just putting some of that liquid glue on the back. Like so. And putting that in the middle of our crumb cake. If you are worried about that sticking down, grab a block and put some pressure on it, some weight. Then we have our ribbon over here, and you can see where I have pieces that have fallen off and I saved them so I can always attach them back on if I want. Our ribbon, we're going to do something very similar to the other cards. And we're going to put some stamping seal on the back, and we'll attach the ribbon to the bottom. And I'm going to do it on the bottom of this side here. Carefully use your tear tape too if that's easier for you to use. And we're going to come to one side, and we're going to just pull it so it's tight and tuck it behind. Okay, I need a little bit more adhesive on this side. Let's see. Let's make sure that looks straight, or else we'll redo it. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. Oh, see, that did come off. There we go. Okay, now we're going to add it to our mat here. We'll use some liquid glue. And I want to glue mostly on the polka dot part. So the part that doesn't have the hollies, because I want to have the option of popping up some of those hollies on the other side. Flip this over. There we go. Looking good. We'll add that to our card base by adding some liquid glue. Careful, because I got glue on my work surface because I was not paying attention. Oh. So I don't want to put anything right there. Let's put something that I don't care getting glue on, huh? We'll put this over it for now, and then I can just wash that off. I just don't want glue all over my card base. Because look, I'm getting glue everywhere. There we go. Okay, safely put that down. Make sure we're not too sticky here. Then we just need to add our joy back to it using dimensionals. And then we have the option of popping up some of those hollies. And I'll show you how to do that. And we'll do a little bit of embellishing. So dimensionals on all four corners. And one in the center. This is going to help keep our ribbon down too on the front, so it lays nice. So we're going to go right over that ribbon on the bottom right corner. Oh, you know what? That guy is showing through, so we're just going to make sure we move him over a little bit. There we go. Cute. So the center of the banner goes through where the ribbon is. And you see I have these missing pieces here, which I saved them. So if I wanted to, I could glue them back on. Let's see. Yeah, that guy's that one. Or you can leave it off. Totally up to you. I'm going to do one of each so you can see what that looks like. Then we're going to take either your bone folder or your paper snips. I think my paper snips might look best. And we're just start to pull up some of these hollies here. Just by folding them up. I probably should have done this before. There we go. So I just bend it and they start to pop out. And if you want them to really stick up permanently, you'd put a dimensional behind them. But mine, I'm just going to have loosely pop through there and create a lot of that awesome, cool texture. Isn't that cool? What a great embossing folder there. Two things that you can do with it. You can either just emboss, or you can emboss and cut at the same time. Love, love that. This is the last of this card series. Let me get all of my cards back in so you can see them. Be sure to watch the other ones to get the hints and tips of how to make them, and let me know which one was your favorite from our Christmas in July series with the Jolly Holly stamp set bundle. All right, you guys have a great time. Have a wonderful July, and I hope this has helped you get started on your stamping. Oh, I just realized something I forgot. Our last card we didn't embellish, so I put 3 little berries on the bottom here. So I'm just going to show you how you would kind of line those up. I usually go middle, then 2 of the ends when I do those embellishments, and I'll add that later. But super fun card, you guys. Have a great, great summer, and happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.